of emotional immaturity in a person? Here are most popular answer from people on social media channels. Refusing to apologize when they've fucked up. Getting into one argument with a friend, BF or GF, and declaring the relationship over because of it. Things won't always be perfect, and communication is key in these situations to work them out. Tell someone no and see how they react. They act like I would. Getting mad at someone when they aren't okay with you taking advantage of them. X. Scammers getting mad at the people they are trying to scam for not letting them scam them. X2. Family members, friends who get mad at you for not lending them money despite previous evidence of their abuse of your generosity. If they can't handle criticism. Being unable to deal with being wrong. My mother, a woman in her 50s, could literally stand in front of a green lawn and pretend that it is bright red to avoid admitting that she is wrong. Making you feel guilty for not wanting to hang out. Not understanding that people have lives of their own and not everything is made to be shared. Had a friend get mad and try to rally the whole group against me because I didn't invite any of them to a private family event and haven't been able to look at them the same way ever since. Being mad at you for their fuck-ups. My mom once forgot to pick me up from my play rehearsal at middle school. I waited for 4 hours in the pouring rain. I had no phone to call her, and it was my brother who noticed I was gone. When she arrived, she was furious at me for no reason and yelled at me the whole way home. Putting others down instead of acting as an example to lead by. Not just getting upset, but being set off to full tantrum mode by any and all disagreement with them. Not understanding other people also have problems in their life and sometimes need to talk about that. Being angry and hateful or depressed because other people are doing well and you're not, rather than working on yourself to make your own life better. They create unnecessary drama then can't handle the repercussions of their actions. Spend a few hours reading our adultery posts and you'll get a pretty good idea. Also blaming others for wallowing forever in their shortcomings and downfalls in life rather than taking control of how they react to the bad times and trying to improve. Refusing to apologize. Seeking out personal insults to use against someone when they hasn't attacked them personally and the argument isn't even about that. It literally reminds me of two kids fighting over a crayon and one goes, "Well, you're a duty head." A lack of accountability. Nothing is their fault, little or no responsibility for their actions. Lack of empathy. The understanding that everyone is living their own life and experiencing it is a powerful stage of development. The silent treatment. There's a huge difference between the silent treatment and communicating, "I cannot effectively talk right now, please leave me alone." When they want someone to suffer because they suffered in the past. X. If you got harshly disciplined as a child, you'd think it's unfair that your younger sibling doesn't. Not being able to accept bad news or that people don't like them in a professional and productive manner. They don't let themselves or others enjoy things. An emotionally mature person, in my experience, does not care how other people react, and lets themselves enjoy things as long as they aren't illegal or causing harm to others. Being a bully in the workplace and refusing to apologize to anyone for anything. F. They take you disagreeing with them as disrespect. Fighting or threatening to fight someone for something they caused themselves or not being able to control another person. If they get upset when you ask them about their feelings. Shutting down when faced with consequences to their actions or when faced with talking to someone they've hurt or wronged or made a mistake with. If they are a baby boomer, lol. Their strategy to deal with large bouts of negative emotions is to avoid them at all costs, and if they can't avoid them they usually end up causing damage socially or physically. Deliberately misunderstanding something just because. For example, people who respond to "I can't believe that X" with "not all X are like that." Yeah, everybody knows, if you purposely choose to ignore the context just to get into an argument, then you should try to understand why something like that bothers you so much. Blowing up at someone you love so dearly over absolutely nothing, and not having any explanation for why other than that you're just a crappy person. Completely disregarding another person's feelings. I'm not talking about the classic Karen. I'm talking about people who approach things with a calm and respectful tone. I strongly feel music with sexist and racially insensitive lyrics should not be played over a loud radio in a very ethnically diverse workplace. It happened almost daily at my last job and was honestly against a workplace policy. I would kindly remind my coworkers of that and urge them to change the music. I was honestly looking out for all of us. That kind of shit could have gotten the radio taken away or worse, someone fired. All of my efforts with coworkers, and even management, were totally disregarded. I find things like that not only immature but very, I don't use this word much, but quite offensive. I ended up quitting due to the toxic nature of that job. This was only one part of the toxicity. Borderline personality disorder may appear like emotional immaturity. People with BPD lack the skills to deal with intense emotions, and what appears to be inappropriate behavior is actually a coping mechanism. They're your best friend super quickly. Lying about yourself to impress other people. Sooner or later the truth will come out, and when it does your reputation will take a huge hit. Inability to accept responsibility or accountability for actions. Lack of empathy. Temper tantrums when they don't get their way. They themselves make a mistake then throw a tantrum about it rather than to just deal with it. Uses other people for their own entertainment. Doing something that upsets other people and not caring, but when someone else does it to them they get upset. I called a Trump supporter dumb like 6 days ago and they've been sending me so many PMs that I have no decent way to estimate the count. It looks like he's sent me about 20,000 words so far today and I never know when he's gonna stop lol. It's also all horrifically projection-laden stuff, like imagine the worst caricature of what an insecure grade school bully would think an even more insecure grade school bully would say and you might come close. Wallowing in self-pity, being pissy to other people for no reason and pulling the whole, you don't understand my pain I have the worst life ever. Shit's annoying as fuck. You choose how you react to the cards you're given. It's okay to be sad and angry, but don't take it overboard. They are extremely opinionated and not afraid to show it. All of these things are true, but I think the key is that immature people do these things routinely. Everyone will have boop_27 days. Asking for advice constantly, then not taking it. That's it for today's video. Hope you love it. Make sure to like this video, subscribe and turn bell notification to not miss any of my future videos. Cheers.